So let us get started. Inshallah.
السلام عليكم.
Alhamdulillah. Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام.
Wow, very good. How's everybody doing?
Good. You didn't
Very
send
nice.
the email.
I just sent a message on the WhatsApp group because I figured now everybody's used to being.
I don't use WhatsApp. That's the problem.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Well, I had assumed that you were gonna show up Muhyiddin. Alhamdulillah. But do you want me to send the email every day? Because I assume now everyone's fine to come out.
Yes, please.
Okay, sounds good. I will send that email out, inshallah,
Yeah.
before the time the class starts. In fact, maybe just let me send this email out right now, huh? How about that? Just so that people who are kind of waiting for it get it, and they also feel that, you know, things are the way they've been going. Sounds good? Just give me a moment to do that. In the meantime, here is what our plan is for today. Our plan for today is we're going to transition to another part of the Quran that speaks about the story of Adam and the creation. And this time, this part of the Quran actually focuses on the conversation between Allah and Iblees. A very fascinating passage. Okay, this is going to be from Surah number 7, Surah A'raf. Okay, and what I need is I'm going to pick a couple of people. Okay, I'm going to pick two people, inshallah, today. What we will do in the very beginning, I just shared sent the email out. Here is what we're going to do. We are going to have a recitation of this part of the Quran. I'm going to recite, and what I'm going to do is I have two people who are going to read the translation with me. Okay, like, so I'll read the Arabic and they'll read the English translation. Now, after those of you who are not reading, you have to follow along and pay attention, huh? You know why? Because the kahoot that we will do is going to be entirely from the translation that we're reading. Okay, so you gotta follow the translation very, very closely. Okay, so I'm gonna ask for a couple of volunteers. Just raise your hand. I'm gonna mute everybody, and then I will actually unmute the people that I need for this particular task. Can I have a few people? Maybe one boy and one girl. Okay, we have lots of possible people wanting to do this. Alhamdulillah. Okay, let me pick. All right, let me get Zainab from the girls, and let's see. Let me take from one of the boys. Let me take Abdul Ghani. Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Can you guys say Assalamu alaikum, both of you? All right, very good. Here's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna read the ayah. The first ayah, Zainab will translate. The second ayah, Abdul Ghani will translate. You guys are with me?
Yep.
Okay. Can you see the ayah on the screen?
Yeah.
You can see it, right? Okay, so Abdul Ghani, keep your mic unmuted, and just as I'm speaking, you gotta just keep it on, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna start, and when we start reciting the Quran, the first thing we do is say A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Okay. It's also nice to say Bismillah. So I will say both of those and then get started. Okay, Zainab, you're gonna be reading the translation right after I'm done. Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَاكُمْ ثُمَّ صَوَّرْنَاكُمْ ثم قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس لم يكن من الساجدين.
We created you, then we shaped you, and then we said to the angels, prostrate yourselves before Adam. And then they all prostrated themselves, except Satan. He was not among those who prostrated themselves.
قال ما منعك ألا تسجد إذ أمرتك قال أنا خير منه خلقتني من نار وخلقته من طين.
God asked, "What prevented you from prostrating yourself when I commanded you to?" He replied, "I am better than he is. You created me from fire, while you created him from clay."
قال فاهبط منها فما يكون لك أن تتكبر فيها فاخرج إنك من الصاغرين.
God said, get down from here. This is no place for your arrogance. Get out, you are contemptible.
قال أنظرني إلى يوم يبعثون.
Satan said, "Give me a respite until the day of resurrection."
قال إنك من المنظرين.
And God replied, you are granted respite.
قال فبما أغويتني لأقعدن لهم صراطك المستقيم.
Then Satan said, "Because you have put me down in the wrong, I will lie in ambush for them on your straight path.
ثم لآتينهم من بين أيديهم ومن خلفهم وعن أيمانهم وعن شمائلهم ولا تجد أكثرهم شاكرين.
Then I will surely come upon them, from before them and from behind them, and from their right and from their left. And then you will find most of them ungrateful.
قال اخرج منها مذءوما مدحورا لمن تبعك منهم لأملأن جهنم منكم أجمعين.
He said, "Get out of here, despised and rejected. I shall fill hell with all of those who follow you."
ويا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة فكلا من حيث شئتما ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا من الظالمين.
To Adam he said, you and your wife dwell in the garden and eat and drink there from wherever you wish, but do not approach this tree, lest you become wrongdoers.
فوسوس لهما الشيطان ليبدي لهما ما وري عنهما من سوآتهما وقال ما نهاكما ربكما عن هذه الشجرة إلا أن تكونا ملكين أو تكونا من الخالدين.
But Satan tempted them so that he might reveal them to their nakedness, which had been hidden from them. He said, "Your Lord has forbidden you to approach this tree, lest you should become angels or become of the immortals."
وقاسمهما إني لكما لمن الناصحين.
And he swore to them, surely I am your well-wisher.
فدلاهما بغرور فلما ذاقا الشجرة بدت لهما سوآتهما وطفقا يخصفان عليهما من ورق الجنة وناداهما ربهما ألم أنهكما عن تلكما الشجرة وأقل لكما إن الشيطان لكما عدو مبين.
Thus he cut it cunningly seduced them. Then they tasted the tree's fruit. Their nakedness became exposed to them, and they started covering themselves with the leaves of the garden. Their Lord called out to them, Did I not forbid you to approach that tree, and did I not say that to you that Satan was surely your open enemy?
قالا ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين.
They replied, Our Lord, we have wronged our souls. If you do not forgive us and have mercy on us, we shall be among the lost.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Zainab and Abdul Ghani and everybody who was listening. Jazakumullah khair. That was really awesome. Thank you very much to you all. Cunning means someone who is, it's like a tricky way, something that's like a little tricky. So that is what cunning means. And I appreciate people who are asking questions during the translation and the ones who are answering. I really like that. Thank you very much. Jazakumullahu khairan. Okay, now here is what we're gonna do. All right, you guys ready for this? That was what we had read. Now we're gonna play this Kahoot, inshallah. That is basically going to see what we learned from the story of Adam and Eve from Surah Al-A'raf. That one we just did. Okay, I'm gonna start it as team mode again. Randomize the answers, and there we go. Okay, kindly please join the Kahoot, inshallah. Here is the key. People, you with me? Okay. All right, we got Mahmoud on here. Very good. Amazing. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome.
Mine is still loading.
That's all right. No problem.
The live on YouTube.
All right. So
Why are you live on YouTube?
let's get started, inshallah ta'ala.
Wait.
I'm gonna get started now, people. Hold on.
Wait 1 second.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. There's 25 of us, or 21 teams, okay? So not all of us are on yet. Okay.
8481613.
Okay, I'm gonna get started with the Kahoot. Ready? Inshallah. Everyone's on? Almost.
No, it's still loading. It's not working.
No. Okay, my goodness. All right.
It's not working.
Oh no. Okay, just keep attempting it, inshallah. It will be fine. Okay. just maybe refresh and try again. Okay. All right, people. Let's get started. Adam and Eve, the conversation between Allah and Iblees. Okay. Prostrate yourselves before Adam. Who said this? Was it Adam, angels, Iblees, or Allah? The answer to that question is it was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who said that make prostration or bow down to Adam. Prostrate yourselves before Adam. Perfect.
Yeah, so what's the code?
The code is 8481613. Let me put this here in the chat. Is that okay, guys? You see the code? Yeah? Yes or no? Okay, perfect. Next question. Oh, mashallah, there's a lot of good people with thousands. Okay, prostrate yourselves before Adam. Who was this said to? Good. Both answers are correct. It was said to the angels. It was also said to Iblees, who was with the angels. That is correct. Well done to you all. It was, of course, not said to Allah. Allah is the one who was saying it. All right. Oh, wow. Next question. The angels prostrated to Adam. True or false? That is actually true. The angels did prostrate to Adam alayhi salam. Of course, it doesn't mean that they were worshipping Adam alayhi salam. They prostrated to Adam, and it was by the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just like we discussed it last time, that you don't, if someone prostrates to the Kaaba, they're not worshipping the Kaaba, but they're in fact worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, very good. Next question. Iblees prostrated to Adam. True or false? That is false. Iblees did not do so. That is actually not true. So very good. Those of you who got that answer right. All right, next question. Iblees was an angel. True or false? That is actually false. He wasn't an angel, even though he has, he was there with the angels. Doesn't mean he was an angel. Okay, and this is something the Quran tells us explicitly. Kana min al jinni. He was a jinn, and he did not. What's it called? He was not an angel. Okay, very good, mashallah. Well done. Next question. Next question is. Oops. He replied, I am better than he is. You created me from fire while you created him from clay. Who said that? Who said that? That was said by Iblees. That was not said by Allah, of course. That was said by Iblees. Okay, very good. Next question. Get down from here. There is no place for your arrogance. Who said this? Very good. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that. And give me respite until the day of resurrection was said by which particular individual or which particular entity here? Correct. Iblees said to Allah, Allah, give me respite until the day of judgment. Okay, so Iblees was allowed to live until the end of time by Allah. True or false? No, there's some people who are still waiting. One person's answer. There we go. True, because he said, "Anzirni ila yawmi yub'athun," allow me to live to the end of time. Allah said to him, "Innaka min al-munzarin," you can live to the end of time. So in fact, he is someone who has lived on since the time of Adam alayhi salam and continues to live on until the end of time, until the day of judgment, when everyone is until the end, before the beginning of the day of judgment, when everybody on earth will be dead. Okay, so that is something that he specially requested or asked for, and he was granted by Allah. Right, next question. Because you have put me in the wrong. Who said that? That was said by Iblees, not by Adam. Adam alayhi salam didn't say anything in this conversation yet, has he? He's just there, part of the conversation. Not said anything yet though. Okay. Who was this said to? Because you have put me in the wrong. Who was this said to? This was said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Iblees said this to Allah, blaming Allah for what he had done. And that is essentially who he is. He blamed Allah for his own flaws, his own mistakes. That's, it's shocking, but that's actually one of the things that is that defines the devil, right? The one who blamed Allah and said, "Oh Allah, you're wrong and I'm right. You chose wrongly when you chose Adam." Okay, last question. Who's the goat? Who's that? Huh? Say your name. Muhyiddin. Who does sugar CA? What is that?
Me.
Say your name because I don't have the list in front of me right now.
Aisha.
Isa?
Aisha.
Okay, very nice. ME. Who's that?
Mahmoud.
Mahmoud. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Azu.
That's me.
Zayum Muhammad.
Yeah.
And Kobe. Marwa. All right. Okay, last question. This is a very close game. You're off by like 200 points. This last question could determine it. Pay attention to the question. This is a trick question. All right. Fill in the blank, but do not eat or do not approach blank tree. A tree, the tree, this tree, or any tree. A very important, a tricky question. And the answer, mashallah, the vast majority of you got it right. Do not approach this tree. That's excellent that you paid attention to that. That Allah said, don't approach this tree. And I'll tell you why he said this tree. There's actually a really powerful reason. Number 3, mashallah, Sana. 3rd place. 2nd place, Kobe. All right. 1st place is who? ME. No, Muhyiddin. What happened to you, man? Nobody. It was this tree. It was this tree. لا تقرب هذه الشجرة. This tree. Okay, very good. Very good. Good job, everybody. You had an answer streak of, yes, you had an answer streak of some 12 answers. But the last one was the one that determined who won. MashaAllah. Great job, everybody. Let's go back to my screen here. Leave this. And I'm going to just fix this up a little bit here. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to. I'm glad that all of you guys saw were paying attention during the translation, and in the Kahoot I asked you specific questions. This conversation between Allah and Iblis is a very interesting and fascinating conversation. Okay, and that is actually what we're going to talk about today: the deception of the devil. Okay, the deception of the devil. That is the topic for us today, and this is from that passage that we read today. So recap of Iblis is that he is a jinn, and he is somebody who is the head of the evil jinns, the shayateen. Okay, he was a devoted worshipper to Allah. He was a devoted worshipper, excuse me, and then he refused to bow before Adam. And when he refused to bow before Adam, that is when that was the downfall for him. Not because he made a mistake, but in fact he argued that he's better than Adam. Okay, he argued that Allah made a mistake. He blames God for his problems. He says, "You chose wrong, oh God, not me." And then he vows to misguide mankind. Okay, he vows to misguide mankind and says, "I am going to لَأَقْعُدَنَّ لَهُمْ صِرَاطَكَ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ." I am going to be the one who sits on your straight path, O Allah, and I am going to misguide these people. Okay. Now the interesting thing is that's how we understand evil in this world. Okay. The way we understand evil in the world is is that he Iblis, good and evil. Okay, this is like if you're in high school or you do book reports. This is a common theme of books: the battle between good and evil. This is something we always are concerned about. How do we define good and how do we define evil? The way we understand it in the Quran, and in fact the way we understand it in Islam, is that he said, like the devil said here, okay, and this is the ayah, لَأَقْعُدَنَّ لَهُمْ صِرَاطَكَ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ. Okay, he said, because you have put me in the wrong, I will lie in ambush for them on your straight path. Okay, this is like the main reason or why evil exists in the world. Okay, it's not all evil is because of the devil or something. People themselves are actually devilish. In fact, the Quran refers to people who are humans acting like devils. But the reality is that the main source or the engine that drives evil, let's put it this way, the engine that drives evil is Iblis. And the counter to that, the one that is there to provide good, okay, the carriers of good are the prophets of Allah. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends prophets throughout time. With them he sends revelation, and they are the carriers of good to the people. They are the ones who bring good to the people as a counter, as a way to fight against the evil that Iblis is bringing. This is how we understand, for us, the idea of good and evil. Now, Iblis says something very interesting here. He said, "Ana khayrun minhu," right? He said, "I am better than he is." People, you with me? I am better. This is what he said, Iblis. Right? Yes or no, people?
Yes.
Okay. He said, I am better than him. And what's the reason that he provides? He says, you created me from fire, while you created him from clay. Yes or no? Question for you all.
Yes.
Is fire better than clay? Don't answer just yet. Okay? Is the question clear to you all? Is fire better than clay? How many of you understand this question?
Me.
Thumbs up or write in the chat, yes, I got the question.
Yep.
I got it.
Okay, very good. Muhammad, you didn't get the question? The question is, okay, don't give me the answer right now. Just you got everybody got the question? Okay, we're gonna try the breakout group again. Okay? And what I'm gonna do in the breakout group is I'm gonna make this time the breakout groups I'm gonna make them really small. Okay? There's gonna be 2 or 3 people per room max. Okay? And that's what you're gonna discuss in the breakout group. Is fire better than clay? Give me your reasons, yes or no. And then after that, we'll come back together and I'll ask you, why do you feel that's the case? Ready? Yes? All right. Open all the rooms. Go ahead, join the rooms, please, as they are there. It's selecting you randomly. Please don't worry about, just try to join the group and please try to follow what the instructions are. Is fire better than clay?
We're back. Hi. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Muhyiddin.
عارف انت يا ريت الادب.
Nami.
In my group, I forgot.
Oh my God, can you hear me now?
Oh, there we go.
All right. I'm going to mute you all and then I'm going to unmute you. Say, when I say, I'm going to ask you, are you back? Say yes, okay? On 3, are you back? On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, perfect. Very good. Okay, so is fire better than clay? What do you guys think? People say yes. People say no.
No. fire is bad. It's not bad.
Not better. Why do you say that? Yeah, Ibrahim.
Good question. Well, because like fire is like, I don't know, but just like the fire has always been like the bad side of people. Like whoever like was created by fire was like always start off being evil. It would be evil and everything.
Both the same.
Why?
Okay. All right. So a good point. So fire kind of like represents evil. Fire has been.
It's like, yeah, pretty much the way you appear to people, you will look evil if you were created by fire. Then
Okay, good point. If I can have people just like raise their hand, that'll be really nice, inshallah. Okay. So I have Abdul Ghani. Yes, Abdul Ghani. What do you say? You don't say anything, Abdul Ghani? Come on, you had your hand up. No? Okay, Muhyiddin, what do you say?
I say that clay is better because whenever fire gets angry, it can't be stopped. But clay can stop it, and clay can make monsters.
Okay, clay can put out fire, right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Excellent, very good. Okay, we have Sarah. Yes, go ahead, Sarah.
I think clay is better because fire is Iblees, and Iblees causes the bad stuff in this world.
Perfect. So fire has been representing evil, right?
Yeah. That's why it's called hellfire.
That's why it's called hellfire. All right. Let's see what Islam has to say.
I think I get all of you guys' perspectives, but fire also caused our entire civilization, and if we didn't have fire, we would be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. So what can we say? Can I put that under yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So fire is like fuel, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
For making useful things. Okay, very good. Thank you, Isra. All right, let's see. Marwa.
Point. You.
Clay or earth is seen as a means for growth and planting.
Okay, so clay represents growth and planting. Is that right?
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, Meg, what do you think?
It's like not just about like dirt is dirt and then fire is fire. It's also like just like fire seems more like I don't think it's better than clay because clay in a way is like more not humble, but like it's not as like it doesn't seem as like evil or representing as many bad things as fire would.
So clay doesn't represent evil, right? Is that what you said? Okay, let's see. Thank you, May, for that. Abdullah, what do you think?
I think they're both because they're both created by the same God.
So what do you say, Abdullah?
Both are the same because both of them were created by Allah.
Both are the same, right? Or maybe let's put like from yes or no. It's like let's put NA. The question is not applicable. How about that? Right. Is that an option, perhaps, to our question? Yeah, but both are Allah's creation. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Abdullah. All right, Sana, go ahead.
Well, both fire and clay have their benefits, but fire could also get out of hand easily, while clay could be more useful in building. So I think it would be the NA because they could both be used for benefits, but they can also get out of hand or not be useful.
And both can also be not useful, right? Perfect, very nice. Okay, I'm gonna ask a few more people, Yumna and then Mariam. Okay, Yumna.
I think it's both because fire causes destruction, but clay or the earth, it grows things, like it creates. So like they're kind of equal.
They're kind of equal. Okay, I like that. Very nice. Mariam.
I don't think they're very comparable because they're both good at different things and bad at different things. So they're not like similar. They're both totally different.
Not comparable. Thank you, Mariam. Right? They're two different things. Right? Have you ever heard like apples to oranges comparison? Right? This is kind of an apples to oranges comparison. Okay, very good. Thank you. Zainab, last one.
I think that they are both the same because when Allah made jinn and humans, He made them have almost the same qualities. Like He let us like get married, He let us have lives, He will judge us in the day of judgment. He gave us both the freedom of choice.
Yeah. Awesome. So they're kind of
better.
Yeah, it's not a question of better or worse. Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much. I'm really appreciative of how like profound your answers were, and I'm glad that you were able to discuss this before we were able to talk about it together. Iblees says, I am better. Well, what's the reason you're better, oh Iblees? He says, I am better because I am from fire and he's from clay, and fire is better than clay. Okay? Now, we could say to Iblees, Iblees, fire isn't necessarily better than clay. Alright? We can say that. Why? Because of all the reasons you listed out. Fire or clay can put out the fire. Clay can represent growth. Clay doesn't represent evil, for example. Okay? Well, another answer, or I think a more precise answer, is they're not comparable. They both have their own usages. Fire is used to cook. Clay is the pot that you put on the fire to cook food. If you don't have clay and you don't have fire, you can't. I mean, if you have one or the other, you don't have food. If you have just a pot and no fire, you can't cook. If you just have fire and no utensils or containers, again, you can't put your food anywhere, right? So, in fact, this is not comparable. The point of this discussion is as follows. Iblees actually has no logical argument to make. Okay? He says, I'm better because I'm made from fire. That's not, there's no logic, but it sounds like it has some like reasoning, right? Like he's providing some reasoning. And this is one of the biggest deceptions of the devil. Okay? He wants to do something that that's his desire. That's what he wants. Okay? He knows isn't correct, but he will justify it. To know or to get over that hump, he will justify it by using flawed reasoning. Okay, this is like a big part of the devil's deception. Okay, think about this. If someone is doing something that they know isn't right, okay, they probably will not do it because they're like, you know what, I know it's not right, so I should stop. But then what Iblees will do, or the devil will do, is he will whisper, or he will send another devil that will whisper and justify that action in your mind using some sort of flawed reasoning. And that then convinces a person to say, you know what, I have some reason, I can do this thing. I don't have to stop. I'll give you an example. In Islam, we're not allowed to lie. Okay? In fact, the only time lies are allowed are it's like 0.001% of times, and it's sometimes a matter of life and death, really, where a person is allowed to lie, or a matter of war and peace. Other than that, lies are completely out of bounds when we are having conversations, making small talk, joking. In all aspects, we have to speak the truth. You can be humorous, you can be funny, you can, be yourself, but you can't say something that's not true. Okay? Now, if a person gets in trouble, okay, the temptation is to cover that up by lying as a means to protect ourselves. Isn't that right? But then what happens is, like, as a person is doing this, you know, consciously you or subconsciously, you know that that's not correct. I shouldn't lie. But then there is some reasoning that a person may provide themselves. You know what? This person lies all the time, and this is not really a lie. This is this, or I'm not really, I'm not saying this. I'm just, I'm just gonna tell him half the story. Whatever way you justify to yourself, flawed reasoning allows you to say, you know what? I'll just do this, and it'll be fine. That is the devil's deception. Okay, that is the deception of the devil, that he fell into himself, this trap. He argued he's better, and he had no argument. There's no basis for the argument. There's no comparison between fire and clay, but he wants to be right. He wants to be bigger than who Allah chose him to be, and thus he justifies his actions by these flawed things, these flawed reasonings. That's very, very important for us to be very careful of when we are, living our lives. We can't fall in this trap of the devil, where we do something wrong and say, you know what? No, it's not wrong. That's right. That's a problem. Okay? What's good is you do something wrong and say, you know what? I was wrong. I'm sorry. I'm going to try not to do it again. That's a very honorable thing to do. But what's dishonorable is to say, no, I wasn't wrong. I was right all along. I wasn't wrong. When in fact, the person is actually wrong. So that is a very, very critical aspect of the deception of the devil. Now, he also says, now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala expels him from paradise. Iblees says, I, O Allah, will come and attack the children of Adam from all sides. Okay, and that serves that idea serves as the basis for good and evil. Min sharri ma khalaq. Okay, admitting you did something wrong is okay because we learn from mistakes. Perfect, excellent, Sarah, well done. Right. Iblees was like, I'm gonna take Adam down, and I'm gonna take the kids of Adam down. I don't care. That is my singular mission in life. Now, Allah says to Adam, O Adam, you and your wife dwell in the garden and eat and drink from wherever you wish, but don't approach a tree, the tree, or this tree. The Kahoot said,
This tree.
This tree. The Kahoot said, this tree. This is very interesting. Why? Okay. Why is Allah? Let me just show you. The Arabic word for this here is هذه. Okay. هذه. You guys are discussing about how the sun is made. Okay. All right. Can we come back to the main topic here? Thank you. هذه means what? This. Okay. But هذه in Arabic is for something that is close. Allah says this tree. Question for you. Why is he saying this tree, not the tree? Any thoughts on this?
It's more logical, better grammar or something.
Okay, both of them would be equivalent logically. But sure, good point.
It was a specific tree.
Okay, specific tree. I like that. So why not? Okay, why not that tree? Why this? Not that.
It seems closer.
Ah, who said that? Sorry, I don't. Oh, Marwa. Closer. Okay, excellent. Okay? What Allah is saying, don't come near this tree. تقرب هذه الشجرة. The idea is that that one tree of all the trees in paradise will become extremely tempting for Adam. Extremely tempting for Adam.
It is from any other tree except for that one because, well.
Right. So extremely tempting for Adam. He's allowed to eat from any tree in paradise. Anything he wants in paradise he can eat. The only thing he can't is this tree, the one tree. It becomes tempting. And here's the reality of temptations. Temptations are extremely close to us. You know, like the desire for temptations is close. It's very like deep in us. Okay, so Allah is warning Adam. He's telling him, don't let the temptation of this tree get to you. Okay, recognize the forbidden fruit. Yes, recognize that even if it seems against the odds, temptations are very close. Okay, when something is allowed and something is, you know, accessible, something that's permissible, it's attractive, but it's not that it's not as tempting as something that is forbidden. Okay, and that's what Allah is telling Adam. He's like, hey, don't وَلَا تَقْرَبَ هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةِ. This is close to you. You may think it's just one tree. You may think, well, this is something small, you'll never do it. But temptations are very, very close and very deep. Sarah, I have a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, why that specific tree?
We don't know why is that specific tree. Okay? We don't actually even know what type of tree it was. Okay? In Christians,
wasn't it a test?
Wasn't
it a test?
It was a test, but why a specific tree? That we don't know. Why, you know, why that one? We don't know that. Allah doesn't tell us that. In fact, He doesn't tell us that because in reality, that is not relevant to our discussion, right? It's not relevant to the point of the story. The point of the story is temptations, right? You may think you won't be tempted, but you don't know. It's close. It'll get to you, and you might be pressured into it. Okay, here is what's going to happen to Adam, right? You guys have heard of peer pressure? How many have heard of peer pressure?
Yeah.
Okay. Adam is going to get peer pressure into eating from this tree. Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay, and many of you are younger, but those, for example, people who go like slightly older than you, who go to university, and maybe they go away to university, they're living on campus, right? What happens on campus is there's a lot of parties, people drink a lot, people do all sorts of things that are Islamically unacceptable, girls and guys hooking up, all those stuff we don't accept. Okay, now what happens is a good Muslim, you know, boy or girl is going to go there, and now they're surrounded by these things that when they were not surrounded by them, they're like, hey, you know, it's not a big deal. I'm not tempted by that. But now when it's everywhere and maybe your friends are forcing you and people are like, if you want to fit in, you got to drink with us. And that pressure is mounting. That pressure is mounting. Something that otherwise wouldn't be tempting becomes extremely difficult to resist. That is what Allah is warning Adam against. He's like, oh Adam, don't come near this tree, because that temptation, you will eventually give into it. The peer pressure will get to you eventually. Don't let it get to you. That's why Allah uses the word this for closeness, not that for far, or just a single word the. Okay? فَوَسْوَسَ إِلَيْهِ الشَّيْطَانِ. Now the peer pressure of the devil He tempted them. Waswasa. Waswasa is the Arabic word. فَوَسْوَسَ لَهُمَا الشَّيْطَانِ. Satan tempted them. Waswasa, you see how if I pronounce it correctly, how it sounds? Waswasa.
Whisper.
Whisper, right? Waswasa, whisper. Very similar sounding, because that's what the idea of waswasa is, to whisper temptations. Okay? Here's a question. The devil was kicked out of paradise, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? The devil was kicked out of paradise. He wasn't in paradise. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to him, you know, you are expelled from paradise. How did he, now in this ayah, he said to Adam, he says, "O Adam, your Lord has forbidden you to approach this tree, lest you become angels or become immortals." How could the devil enter the paradise? Any ideas?
I have one.
Sneaky?
Okay, sneaky.
That's impossible.
Maybe because, maybe because he vowed to steer people out of, like, the people of Adam out of their straight path, so he kind of was able to go in because his purpose was to make Adam basically fall.
Exactly, right? So the question is, how did the devil enter paradise? Okay, an excellent response, Sana. Sana, you said that his purpose was to misguide Adam, right? Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
You want to sleep? I'm not sleeping. Can I take your phone?
And then what else did you say, Sana?
That was it.
That was it, right? Okay, perfect. So his purpose was to misguide Adam. Here is the thing that's interesting. If a person knows why they're doing something, if you know why you're doing something, you'll figure out how. If you know why, you'll figure out how. Okay? This is what one of the wisdoms from this ayah is. Iblees is kicked out of paradise, but his singular purpose in life is to misguide Adam. Allah doesn't tell us how Iblees got to Adam. Okay? He doesn't say that he managed to sneak into paradise, because that's not possible actually. Okay? But what Allah tells us that he managed to get into the ear of Adam, whispering to him. He figured out how, because he knew why. His motivation was so strong. Okay? Motivation was so strong that he found a way. That tells you that really, for us, if our motivation is strong to do something, we'll figure out how to do it. If you really care about your prayer, if you know why you're praying, and it's so critical for you to pray, right? You will figure out how to do it. You will figure out a time and a place. You will talk to your principal in school to get a prayer space. It doesn't matter, right? If why is strong enough, if you're strong enough in knowing why you're doing something, you will eventually be able to figure out how to do it. Okay? Now, he says to Adam, okay? He says to Adam that your Lord has forbidden you to approach this tree, lest you become angels or become immortals. Okay, but before that, there's one other little thing here that's really a very interesting tidbit in the story of Adam and Eve. Okay, I'll actually speak about this more tomorrow. This idea of nakedness, I'm going to actually speak about this and address this tomorrow, inshallah, because this requires a little bit of time. Okay, I'll come back to this, I promise. Okay, he says to Adam, he says, your Lord has forbidden you to approach this tree, lest you become angels or become immortals. Okay, here's a question for you. He says, lest you become angels or immortals. Okay, is is Adam alayhi salam in a way better than angels? Is he? What do you think, people? Like, like something that had happened recently.
In a way, convince people to Islam.
Okay. Is he better than angels? So a lot of you are saying a little.
Yes.
Some of you are saying yes, some of you are saying no. Yes. Some are saying equal. Okay, this is actually a good. Let's actually. Do you all understand the question? Is Adam better than angels? Is the question understood?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
People who say yes. Why do you say yes? What happened recently? Adam is human. Okay. Yes, Abdullah.
Because Allah told the angels to bow down to Adam. And
Amazing.
Adam bowed down to the angels.
Right. Allah told the angels to bow down to Adam. Did that happen before? Just before this? In the story? Yes. It did, right? Okay. That's it. Maryam, what do you have to say?
When Allah told Adam to learn the names, and he asked the angels, and they said that we don't know, we only know what you taught us, while Adam learned, like he was independent and he learned them.
Exactly. Adam learned the names, and Adam acquired knowledge, right? Adam acquired knowledge. Yes? Angels couldn't. That's the key difference. Yeah? Let's see what Sana has to say. Sana, go ahead, please.
Well, I am like, it's kind of equal, because if you look at it, angels are only created to worship Allah. But we have also kind of free will, and we can convert people. So if you look at kind of both sides, it's really, I guess, both equal. We're both good with things and not good with other things, I guess.
Right. So there's like pros and cons to both, right?
Yes.
But my question is not about humans specific, like generally, because there's bad humans, right? And there's good humans. We're talking about specifically Adam, right? Adam alayhi salam. Does that make sense? Sana, do you want to maybe expand on your answer a little bit more, or no?
Yeah, I'm saying is that, like, and no, the angels they're just there to worship Allah. But Adam was created, I guess, in a way to like show Allah's greatness. So it's also like a thing of like not power, but like, I can create this thing that can learn, and he can understand, and he can worship, and he can. So that's what I think.
Okay, cool, very nice. I like that. Thank you very much, Sana. Zainab, what do you have to say?
Well, I think that angels are a little bit better than humans. Because humans, we do a little bit of bad decisions. Meanwhile, angels, they don't betray God or like not listen to Allah.
Right. Okay. Very good. Thank you for that, Mariam. Let me ask somebody who hasn't said anything so far. Okay. Adnan. How about Adnan? I'm gonna pick a random person here. Adnan and Ahmed. I'm gonna unmute both of you guys. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think they are, because like they're like obedient.
They're obedient. Okay, I like that. Angels are obedient. Okay, what about Adnan?
I think that angels are like more closer to Allah. So yeah, angels are better than Adam.
Closer to Allah. Okay, so I'm glad that there is a healthy difference of opinion here. Okay, the reality is actually as follows. Adam alayhi salam was actually better than the angels, for the reason that Allah told the angels to bow down to Adam. And Allah told the angels that this creation of mine, Adam, is going to be a successor, a representative of me on the earth, Khalifa. Remember that, Khalifa? Meaning, he is going to represent me, not you. You are with me in a paradise and you are heavenly creatures, but this creation is going to represent me on earth. Acquired knowledge, the idea of human excellence, that's something the angels couldn't. Angels are like, we believe that whatever we learn, of course, is by the permission of Allah. But humans as a species, we are unique in the way we learn, the way we acquire knowledge. We read, we study, we discuss, and all of this is a learning process for us. That doesn't happen for the angels. All right, so that actually makes Adam alayhi salam better. That actually makes a good human better than an angel. You see that? Because we are, and I'm going to add this to this, we have the choice between good and evil, right? If we're doing something good, we chose that. The angels have no choice. They're going to be by default good. How can someone who has no choice, no temptation, be better than the one who's fighting temptation to do what's right? Isn't that like harder? If something's harder, it's better, right? The one who does it is better. So that is actually what we believe. We cannot ever worship Allah the way angels worship Allah. But that's not what's expected of us. We're expected not to be angels, because the angels are the angels. We're expected to learn from our mistakes, make mistakes and learn from them, make tawbah. We're expected to make the right choice. We're expected to learn and teach and grow. Okay? And all of that together, when a person is doing that, that actually makes them better than an angel. So Adam alayhi salam actually was better than the angels. And in fact, he was living in paradise. So he didn't need to be immortal. He was already immortal in a way, right? And he didn't need to be better than the angels. He was already better than the angels. But do you see how the devil played tricks on the mind of Adam? Again, the idea of flawed reasoning. Let me go back to that. Flawed reasoning. Justifying something based on on reasoning that isn't 100% logical. Now, Adam alayhi salam, you would think, would see through that, right? You would like, well, not really, I don't need this. But look at what Allah says. وَقَاسَمَهُمَا إِنِّي لَكُمَا لَمِنَ النَّاصِحِينَ. He swore to them that I am your well-wisher. I'm here for you. I'm trying to help you here, Adam. I'm not trying to trip you or something. Okay? So this was the peer pressure he applied. And he applied this peer pressure, okay? And continued to tell him, this is what's going to happen. Eat this fruit, you'll be better. Eat this fruit, you'll live forever. The thought of the sin in the mind of Adam was so much more stronger than the actual sin itself. That's part of the devil's deception. Now, the ayah says, فَدَلَّاهُمَا بِغُرُورٍ. He cunningly seduced them. Somebody asked the question, what does cunningly mean? Right? Can you tell me what the picture here on the screen is? What is this picture?
A well.
A well. Who said that? Marwa? Yeah. A well. Okay, what else is there in the well? A mossy well, yes.
A bucket.
A bucket, right? And what's the bucket connected to?
A big metal string or rope.
So there's a rope, right? Yes. Okay. This is how back in the day people got water. That's how they got water back in the day. You would go to a well, you would toss a bucket in the well, and then the bucket would hit the water that's at the bottom of the well, and then you will like jiggle your rope until your bucket turns, horizontal, and the water starts to fill it up. And then you pull your bucket out. Now, pulling out the bucket, can you is it faster than throwing the bucket down or slower?
Slower.
Slower, right? Because you have to pull, you're fighting against gravity, and also it's full now, right? Unless you're buff. Even if you're buff, you're still gonna be slower, right? It's not, because it just goes down by itself. So that idea, that pulling slowly of the rope of the bucket to bring the water out of the well, that in Arabic is what the word dalla means. From the word dalu, which is a watering bucket. فَدَلَّاهُمَا بِغَرُورٍ. Slowly he pulled away at them. The word dalla also means to dare somebody. He dared Adam. He's like, Adam, I dare you to do it. How many of you played truth or dare? Usually we play truth or dare because you want to dare the person to do something that they otherwise wouldn't do, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
That is what Adam, the peer pressure applied to him by the devil. He dared him. He did it slowly. He gave him false reasonings, things that didn't make any sense, until finally, what happened? فَلَمَّا ذَاقَ الشَّجَرَةَ. They tasted the tree's fruit. They fell for the trap. Who's they?
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve, okay, right? Not just Adam, not just Eve, both of them fell into it. Okay, now what happened after they tasted it? We'll talk about that tomorrow. Tomorrow is actually our last session for the story of Adam and Eve. So inshallah, we'll talk more about that then. Inshallah, jazakumullah khair for coming out. We'll end on time today. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Okay, people, thank you very much. Wa jazakum. I'll see you all.
Bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Take care, Sarah, Muhyiddin. All of you all, take care. Bye.
Wait, after the Adam and Eve, are we doing another session or that's it?
Next week is another one. Okay?
Okay, good.
All right, take care. Assalamu alaikum.
Oh, greet Sheikh Malay for me, Sarah.
Okay.